Good day, my professional career seekers. It's your favorite career advisor, Stephanie Nicole, the Millennial Decoder here, where I help career professionals decode and navigate their way through the corporate space, while assisting corporations on how to not seek a culture fit, but to add diverse and unique talent to their organization. We are back with our YouTube series on this Working Wednesday, What Recruiters Won't Tell You, giving you an insight on what recruiters can't and sometimes won't tell you. Our first week, we talked about resumes, right? We debunked the myth of the one-page resume. And then on our second week, we talked about cover letters. We solved the mystery, to cover letter or to not cover letter. Both of the links to those videos are in the description box below. But before we go any further, of course, I need you guys to like, share, and subscribe. How else would everyone know what's going on this channel if you don't let them know? Let's go. Come on. Get it out there. We're good? Awesome. This week, we're going to talk about references. Now, usually I type out what I want to say on this, but today we're just going to freestyle because you will be surprised what I'm experiencing when it comes to references. So we need to talk about how you need to get the right people to be your reference. And you would think that is simple, right? When you've made it through the process of interviewing, you're almost to the offer stage and they want to get your references. What should your references look like? For one, they need to be professionals. They're not personal, not your mom, not your dad, not your cousin, but professional references. Two, they need to be a former manager, supervisor, or coworker that you work very closely with, that not only will be able to speak to the type of to your character, the type of person that you are, but also professionally, how it was to work with you professionally. That's for one. That's what your references should be. Two, you should always talk to your reference before putting them down as a reference. What do I mean by that? Your recruiter will let you know if it's going to be a phone call, if it's going to be an email, or if they're going to email them with a link to do your reference check. So you need to get that information first from the recruiter and then let your reference know. All right? Once you let your reference know how they will receive, how they will be able to talk or email or complete the link for your reference, you also need to actually talk to your reference. And you're like, well, duh, Stephanie, like, of course. But you will be surprised because a lot of people that I'm doing their reference checks for, they aren't talking to their contact, the people that they put down as a reference. And I've actually got back some bad references. And I've had to rescind offers because of these bad references. It's so disheartening. So, back off my soapbox, back to the topic at hand. Now that you have talked to your reference on how it is they're going to receive the communication from the recruiter, actually talk to them about what it is they're going to say. What are they going to talk about over the phone, or whether they're going to, if they have a link where they actually have to fill out a survey. And the survey is usually about 1 to 10 questions, and you rate them from 1 to 10 actually. And at the end, you're able to give any other notes that you want to put down for the reference, right? But you want to speak to them on what they're going to actually talk about. Now, I am not telling you to tell them what to say. I'm just saying that they need to have a good understanding as far as what they're going to actually say when we do a reference check, right? You need to talk about you as a person. You know, how are you able to work in tough situations and scenarios? How are you able to work under pressure, should I say? How you were as far as meeting deadlines, and how you were as a person just to work with overall. What type of autonomy did you bring to the team? Once you have spoken with your reference, given them all the background information as far as how they're going to be contacted and what they're going to say, this should make it simple and easy for you to have a great reference check. But I see that so many people don't take the time to actually talk to their references and walk through. They just automatically think, well, hey, they work with me, they know me, they should know what to say. And that's not necessarily the case. So you definitely want to prepare your reference before they get on the phone with a recruiter or complete the survey that they're going to send. All right? Well, thank you so much for tuning in on what recruiters won't tell you. Of course, there are links in the description box below on to help you how to professionally get through this pandemic when it comes to interviewing and getting those resumes together. I got links for those as well. All right, until next time, peace.